All right, I just got back with the meal to the house, taking a week break. It's supposed to rain all next week, and I got to go out of town for a few days, and the landowner's fine with that. You know, he knew how my schedule was, but it was gonna rain, so it ain't no big deal. He's ready for a break too, but the landowner roughly calculated up the 2x6s and 2x4s and 8x8s and 2x12s. 2x12s, all of them was 20 foot. 2x6s, 2x4s was different lengths, anywhere from 20 foot because of the fletchings off of the 2x12s, all the way down to like 8 feet, I think. 2x4s, 2x6s, and then the 8x8s was from I think 8 feet to 14 feet. It may have been 16 foot, but wasn't no bigger than that. And but take a guess of how many board foot we sawed in that. It was 8 days. It's been 2 weeks. I didn't work Monday both weeks. The first Monday it was wet and nasty. It rained that weekend, and the second Monday I had to go do my tax stuff for the year, you know. All right, are you ready? It was 20,000 board feet, and that does not include dunnage, 4x4s and 6x6s that I sawed, and stickers. Today is Friday. I sawed about I think I saw 4 8x8s that was 14 foot long this morning, and plus all the 2x6s out of them, out of the fletchings. And I saw 10 8x8s, 10 8 feet long, my bad, 8 feet. Then I saw probably, I'm gonna say that was for 10 8 foot logs. Saw them all into about half of 4x4s and 6x6s. Plus, when I first got down there that first day, I probably sawed for an hour or two of nothing but 6x6s and 4x4s out of crappy wood. You know, it was like top wood and stuff. That way we could put our beams right here to roll logs up on, and then to stack lumber and all, you know, all that kind of stuff, fletchings and all that. But 20,000 board foot. I told you the days. Now make another guess of how many actual hours this mill ran to do it. I have a previous video of sort of our setup, but now we only run the edger 2 days. The first day and the second day, and that's when we had short stuff. It took us right at 4 days to solve the 20 foot stuff, and the 20 foot stuff was like 8,500 board foot of 2x12s, 20 feet long, plus I don't know how many 2x6s and all. We probably got if I had to guess, I'm bad at guessing on that. It was, I'm gonna say we probably had another 4,000 or something of 2x6s and 2x4s. It may somewhere between 2 and 5,000. You know, I'd say 3,500, 4,000 would probably be in the neighborhood. All right, the actual machine hours. I did a fresh oil change on this before I went down there, and as you can see, 245 hours, and it was changed on 4/4/25. Today is the 18th, I think, and I can get the lid to come open. 291.4 hours. I don't know what the point was on the 245, but it was 245. So that's 46 hours that this machine ran. That's pretty good. That's like 440 board foot per hour. And I say that's going to be pretty close, because if you just throw all the dunnage and stacking sticks and all that out, say the edger ran that, you're going to be close. I'm going to say uh, this machine run 450 board foot, because I'm not going to keep up. I don't know the actual math on it. I can't remember now, but it was like 431 board foot or something like that. But 450 board foot an hour that the machine was actually running. And I think actually one day at lunch, I run the head down there to change the blade at lunchtime, and I forgot to cut the key off, and I think it run for about an hour or so. I think I did that a couple times, not really an hour each time, but you know, 10-20 minutes here or there, you know, for stuff like that. Because what happened is the guy would be there, and something would happen and we would have to help him. Like one day, yesterday, he got a Connex delivered. It took us like an hour and a half to go help him set his Connex up, get it off the trailer and all that. We was like, yeah, we'll go help you. Put cross ties under it, got him pulled out. The guy pulled out from under it. And then, I don't know if you can hear the coyotes yelling, but they're yelling out here now. But then that morning, we probably worked an hour or two bunking up logs. He cut them all 23 feet long, and we helped him cut up probably 10 logs, 14 and 8 feet long. And I know that's a long time, but it's hard to get in. No, that's a siren going down the roof. But it's hard to get the 2 logs, and they had them all mound up and everything. And he's not the best tractor driver, and you know, stuff like that. Not talking bad about him. He's a homeowner, you know. It's not like he does it for a living. But that took a couple hours, and I was trying to think what else. It was several days of that. Like the first day we got out there, he had to level up a place, roughly level up for us to put the mill. I mean, it was humps and valleys and all that. And then just other stuff like that, like the mill would be cut off. But we worked somewhere around 7 to 9 hours every day. Today it was like 6 hours or so. I left early. It's Good Friday and all. But he was tired too. He had other stuff he had to do. But yeah, I mean, we worked like that. And I'd have stayed probably 9 hours every day, but my health, and that's another subject I may make a video on, but my health would be like, man, I'm ready to go and all, because it's an hour and a half drive. We was getting up, leaving at 5:50, 6 o'clock in the morning, getting down there at 7:15, 7:30, and then leave. I tried to leave by 5, and why I'd leave early is I say, yeah, we'll leave after this next log, and it'd be like 4:15, and it wouldn't take 15 minutes to saw the log, and I thought it'd take 30, you know. And the help would be putting everything in the truck. They'd be loading the truck up, which I didn't take the fan and stuff like that every day. I just took everything back, but they'd be putting the gas jugs up, the generator, power saw, you know, all that kind of junk. But anyways, yeah, they would have everything ready. So as soon as I got done cutting, I mean, we didn't pick the mill up or nothing. We just shut it off. I just had to pull the key out, take the blade off, you know, put it in the vehicle, put a new one on, or, you know, whatever, and all that kind of stuff. And we was ready. So, I mean, you know, we'd leave at 4:30 sometimes. And because to me, I'd talk to the landowner for a minute, but at 4:30, whenever I quit sawing, got my blade changed out and all, I quit counting time, you know, because I'm just fair like that. But yeah, I mean, that was, you know, several hours there. But you can make a pretty good living I charged him, I charge $110 an hour for me and the meal, and I charge $20 an hour for each helper I have extra. And why I do that is because I got a bunch of screw ups, and I may be fixing to not have no screw ups, because I may tell them I'll call you when I need you, and apparently I don't need them because I've been sawing for, I've sawed 2 or 3 days out of these 2 weeks by myself. But yeah, so I could make some days, 2 days, today, I think this Friday, and was it last Friday? I think every Friday I've sawed on my own, or it may have been last Thursday or something. I can't remember. I'd have to go back in my book and look. But I sawed like 9 hours one day by myself because nobody showed up. And today I sawed like 6. I didn't take no lunch or anything. I just eat after because I knew I was gonna leave early. But you know, things add up. Oh yeah, the other thing is the landowner would leave sometimes. It wasn't very long, not long at all, but he'd have to go take a telephone call or something like that, you know, and I'd have to get on the tractor and move beam. You know, when I cut a 8x8, I just jack up my tow boards and stick it underneath there, get the 2x6s, all that, get logs and all. So I probably had 2 or 3 hours of doing that kind of stuff. I'd haul slabs off and all that while he was gone, because he'd be gone 30 minutes or so. And well, whenever I got done sawing a log, I'd pick the beam up, go sit it down, and come back and get my slab wood, because usually he didn't pick up the slabs as efficient as I would like. Me, every other log you need to pick slabs up. You don't want to get too many slabs in your pile, and then it makes it hard. They fall out everywhere. But he would let 4, 5, 6 logs get piled up, and then they'd be slab wood scattered everywhere and all. But any which way, I'd do all that, and then when I got I'd come back, put my fletchings up on there and edge them, and I'd leave the tractor part right here and have my arms back down. Well, whenever I got done with my 2x6s, I'd stick them, go take them off and go dump them, and then I'd go get me a log and put back on there and leave the tractor sitting there and roll it up, you know, and get back to sawing and all. You know, I just try to keep things clean. But you know, little things like that. And I'd cut the tractor off because it'd take me 10 minutes, and I'm like, I'm not sitting here running hours up on my machine, letting my machine just idle, burn gas and all that. And you would be amazed at the amount of fuel it'd save. A couple of times, like them big 20-footers, I'd cut it off because we'd roll a 23-foot up here, roll it up, I'd get it up on my loading arms, and then I'd whack it off here and down there because it's just easier. And then you got, I say 20 foot, they was like 20 foot 3-6 inches, something like that. But any which way, but you know, just taking that time, I'd shut the mill off, let it cool off and all. And I think this time I filled up this morning. I didn't fill up again, and I filled up at like 7:15 this morning and ran till 1 o'clock. So that lets you know how much fuel I burned. I cut it off 3 or 4 times probably, and then the time before I did sort of the same thing, and I run 9 hours, but I don't think I put 9 hours on the machine. But I did like that and just cut off, because moving 20-foot material, it's hard. It takes time and all that. Kit Kat, you want to be on the video? Oh, Kit Kat, he's a good kitty cat. But anyways, the video is getting long on that. I can stand here and talk about it all day long. But you can make money like that. Getting back to what I was saying, $110 an hour for me and the mill, that pays me 30 bucks an hour. I pay any sawyer $30 an hour to come run a mill, and then 20 bucks an hour for the help. And I charged 80 bucks a trip to go down, like without the sawmill, and I think I charged him 200 bucks to haul this, and then to haul my edger and everything, because it's on another trailer and all. I hauled edger, roller beds, all that stuff. And this is like an hour and a half from here, so 200 bucks, that ain't too bad, really and truly. Really didn't charge enough, but you know, I knew I was gonna be down there making money. I think right now, it's somewhere around $9,000 I charged him. So he did the math on the 20-foot, sorry, stepped on Kit Kat. He did the math on the 20-foot 2x12s, and if he'd have got them at Home Depot or something, they was around $50 a piece. He said it was like $14,000 just in 2x12. So if I charged him $9,000, let's say, he still got $5,000 more to go before he's at a break even just for the 2x12. That's not mentioning all the 6x6s, 2x6s, 2x4s, 4x4s, and all that. And he also said all the 4x4s and all that he's getting for dunnage, when he gets done using them, they're gonna use them in building barns and stuff like that, or whatever, you know. So he's gonna multi-use them. But anyways, I'm gonna end this video here. If you like it, me sort of giving a price breakdown and all in the hours, now you sort of know. But again, in my opinion, one of these mills, you got to have $70 an hour just to pay for the mill. By the time you pay for the blades, the oil, fuel, payment, insurance, all that, you need about $70 an hour to do it and the business make money. And then, my opinion, you need $30 an hour for your sawyer. I'm down here in Mississippi, things are probably cheaper here than some places. You know, if you're somewhere else, it is what it is. But $30 an hour down here, people, I say that, I mean, I can't hire nobody. It ain't that I'm a butthole and all. Apparently I'm not, because I got 2 screw-ups. They work when they want, come to work when they want, don't come to work and all that, and they're still here, you know. But it's hard work is what it is, and hot and nasty and all that. But yeah, $30 an hour. I mean, if it was an office job, people would be beating the door down. But you can do that, then have $10 for your sawyer. The business is gonna make $10 on him, and then do the same way with your swampers, your, you know, your helpers and all. I charge $20 an hour. I give them 15. That's a good wage around here for somebody starting out and doing. And I do that because of who they are, how they are. If they was to come to work every day, show up 15 minutes early, stay 15 minutes late, be here every day, or heck, they ain't even gotta show up early and stay late. And I say that, I just mean if something's got to be done, you know, a good and model employee. But if they'd be here at 5:50 every day and leave at 5 o'clock every day, or 7 o'clock whenever we get back or whatever, I wouldn't have a problem giving them the full $20. But they may be here today, may not show up. It's done got so bad, like I was waiting until like 5:55, 6 o'clock before I left. Now if they're not in the driveway by 5:45 or 5:50 whenever I get ready, because I got to put ice in the coolers and all, I just leave them. So, and they ain't come, so I ain't done nothing. I'm tired of wasting my time. But anyways, we're gonna end the video on that. I think I'm gonna make a video on help and all next. So if you like it, stay tuned, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all.